The idea behind Business at its Best is to give you useful information to put into practice in your company. There's no better way than to learn from those who've been there and done that. Today on Business Solutions, Dan Long with the Sandbox Group and Lisa Cahill with the ARC join us. Lisa, so good to have you with us. Dan, always good to see you. And first of all, Lisa, for those folks who don't know, I mean, they've seen the boxes in parking lots. Tell us about the ARC and what you do.
The ARC is a nonprofit agency. We've been serving Idahoans with disabilities since 1956 here in the Treasure Valley.
1956?
Yeah. We're a long-standing nonprofit organization.
I was going to say. Yeah. So you accept donations, and then you turn around. What happens to those donations once I drop off the coffee maker I no longer need or whatever it is in the box?
The donations that people give to us are sold to Savers, and the money that we get from Savers goes back into the services that we provide people with disabilities.
Now, is that the only fundraising that you utilize?
Pretty much.
To fund
it's
your
the
services?
biggest funding.
It's the biggest funding that you have.
You know, it's very interesting. I went out to visit Lisa, and you know, you think of ARC, I think of bags in the front door step, right? And well, that generates some income for them, but more importantly, the training that they do with people is amazing. They had a factory in the back where they bring people in, they train them how to put things together and all kinds of stuff. So, you know what they find is as the income is coming down a little bit, people are hanging on to things more often, right? They're not donating them quite so much. So it's been a bit of a challenge to be able to fund some of those processes, their whole mission of being in business.
And let's touch on that really quick. Let's talk about the mission of ARC and exactly what you're doing, and I'd like to hear about what's going on in that back room in the training facility.
Right. The ARC was started, like I said, in 1956 by a handful of parents who wanted to make sure that their sons and daughters were getting an adequate education. From then on, our mission has been to ensure that people are realizing their hopes and dreams for their future where they live, learn, work, and play. So we teach people the skills they need to be as independent as they can possibly be. We teach life skills such as cooking, cleaning, grooming and hygiene, social interaction, whatever it takes to help them to reach their fullest potential. We also have our work floor. It's a work services program. So what happens is that we solicit work from businesses who are hoping to outsource things such as kitting, sorting, assembly, mailings, whatever it is, and our participants do those jobs at our work site.
At your site, okay. So now what I hear you saying, Dan, the challenge is we're seeing fewer donations come in.
Which drives less of those programs.
Correct. Yeah. So with all of the donations being down, it does impact services that we offer. So we're always looking for other ways to fund programs.
And I think what's most important is to understand the mission. I mean, I was totally surprised when I went over to her place. It's like, man, I didn't know you did these types of things. So once again, the biggest challenge in her business is education, letting people know exactly what you do. So you know what, I just handed her a little slip. I said, I've got 8 bags of pretty good stuff at my home, right? Now that I know what her mission is, I want to give her these things. And it has some stuff in there that can help you out. So that's one thing about the ARC that really, first of all, 1956, these folks have been around for a while.
They're doing something right to be around that long.
And to see these training facilities, it's like, wow, that's really, so I put things out on my porch and it ends up training people to live their lives better.
So education is the opportunity that you have.
Exactly so.
Now, at the same time, though, because of the economy, I would venture a guess folks are wanting to buy more at the thrift stores. So there's a higher demand for what you're offering.
Correct. Yes.
Across the board.
Yeah.
So it's that catch-22.
Yeah.
Higher demand, less that's coming in. So.
You bet. So very interesting, but education once again, and I just really applaud for what they do, because it's very touching to go walk through their floor and see what kind of product they're producing.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Lisa Cahill, the ARC. Folks want to donate. The easiest way to do that is?
They can call us. Our number is 363-9350 or 343-5583.
And that's in the phone book as well? And you still have the drop-off points throughout the valley as well. All right. Dan Long, the Sandbox Group, thank you so much. Great information for the folks running businesses, finding the opportunity to educate your customers. Coming up next, we take a look at the opportunities you have to improve your business based on what we learned in the show today. That's when we return.